2019 Michigan Wolverines. Will they have issues? I don't think so. I think this is the year for Michigan Wolverines to finally make a comeback to the program that they once were. Let's talk about Jim Harbaugh for starters. Well, number one, is he on the hot seat? I don't know. I think he is. I personally believe that if Jim Harbaugh does not beat Ohio State this year and they do not make the college football playoffs, he is on the hot seat. However, however, last year they were first place in the division, so that's a credit to him. But how has he been? Not good under here, let me move this out of the way. Not good under Harbaugh versus Ohio State. He's 0-4 against their rivalry, and as you both know, both schools require their people to be, you know, really good against their rivals, and obviously he's not cutting the mustard. One more negative thing about Jim Harbaugh and his tenure at Michigan: in 2015, they won the Citrus Bowl, but then they lost the next three bowl games, and then in 2017 they were 8-5. So yeah, they have not done too well. And I'm going to tell you, this year better be the turnaround year, which is why I'm saying performing under pressure is Mr. Harbaugh. All right, their first game, Middle Tennessee. Not going to be a tough game for them, but Middle Tennessee will be put to the test, and Michigan will be put to the test in this game. Why? Because Middle Tennessee is a decent program now. So it is no slouch game, but Michigan should come out with a win there. Again, another crazy game versus Army, because Army is also good. So all of a sudden, Michigan's schedule looks awesome in regards to the toughness of their opponents, and that's really good for a resume for the college football playoff from the committee, especially if Army and Middle Tennessee do as well as everyone thinks they will. We're going to call this one a tough game. Wisconsin. Unfortunately, Wisconsin has gone downhill and their program is not on the mend. Therefore, they're going to win. Rutgers. Should I even talk about Rutgers? Iowa. Should I even talk about Iowa? Iowa's program is exponentially failing, and so is the West Division in the Big Ten. But Illinois, I don't know what to say. If Michigan can get past their first two games, they're going to smoke this competition in the next few games to start off 6-0 with a 4-0 conference record. But then they get over to Penn State, where after a week full of, or a couple weeks full of, not tough games, they get Penn State. We're going to call this one a tough game for Michigan. Then they go to play Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame last year did pretty dang good, and that was their that Notre Dame beat Michigan, and it was one of Michigan's only two losses in the regular season. So we're going to call this one a tough game, assuming Notre Dame is just as good. Maryland. Not even a question. Michigan's probably 99% going to win the game. Now, I handed Michigan a loss to Michigan State here because you got to give them a loss somewhere. I don't see them going 12-0. I see Michigan 11-1 or 10-2. And I just thought maybe that they should lose to Michigan State because that's what seems fitting. They're going to beat every other team but Michigan State. And then you got them playing Indiana. I got them 10-1 and 7-1 in the conference. And then, lo and behold, this is the year Jim Harbaugh beats Ohio State, because Ohio State is under a lot of pressure. They've had some bad publicity in the last year, and players have left and whatnot. So I've got Ohio State being a disappointment to their fans, although a 9-3 record for Ohio State is not bad. It's just not up to the standard for all the expectations that traditional program brings. And so I got them winning the rivalry game, because if not, Harbaugh's gone. So either way, it's a tough game. And then the final standings, I want to make a note here. Michigan does not play Northwestern this year, but if Michigan wins the East and Northwestern wins the West again, they could play, and that would be a great game. But of course, we can't make a prediction on that necessarily. I do have their only loss, so could they be 12-0? It is possible. They have to beat Ohio State, which they have not done. So to me, that is probably Michigan's toughest test, aside of Notre Dame and Michigan State. And with that, that is Michigan 2019.